Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is ESO, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you where to find this weapon. It's a unique weapon and it's probably the hardest weapon to access in the entire game, simply because you have to travel around the whole map to unlock it. And it starts off as a rusty sword that some of you may have already found at the top of the Conflux Mountain here. So in this video, guys, I'm going to be showing you how to get this weapon, and at the end we'll be going over how good it is. And to be honest, it's mostly just a trophy sword, but it's still very usable and it's very decent, and I think you could probably build a very good character around it if you really want to use it. Yeah, watch the video and see how to find it, and let me know your thoughts on what you think about this weapon in the comment section. And if I do make a build for it, be sure to subscribe for when it comes out, and I'll link it down below in the description for you guys to watch. But we can access the start of this weapon at the very start of the game, which is nice. So let's begin this guide. Okay guys, so the first thing we need to do is obtain the rusty blade, which can be found at the top of the Conflux Mountain. If you guys didn't know, well, you probably do if you've played this game before. The Conflux Mountain is in the center of the starting area. You start the game here in the city of Cirzo, and if you come south down this path, you'll eventually reach the Conflux Mountain. You can literally see this mountain from everywhere in Cirzo, and it's kind of like a landmark. So as soon as you reach the southern side, you're going to head up this path, and you basically helter-skelter here up this path, starting just there where I am on the map right now. And we're going to helter-skelter all the way to the top. I've done a few videos including this mountain already, but you know, if you haven't been here before, it's very easy to find. It's also the place where you actually activate your mana as well, which is very useful, but you don't actually need it to kill this enemy at the top. It's very doable. I recommend just bringing a bunch of traps with you. I think you're going to need at least 9 traps and some iron, which you can basically craft iron spikes. Let me just show you this quickly, guys. Iron spikes can be crafted with 4 iron scrap, and then you can make some iron spike traps. Make like 9 of those, and I'll show you where to put them. But it's very easy to kill the enemy at the very top. Just continue going through these archways until you reach the very top of the mountain, and deal with any bandits you find along the way. Get wrecked, son, and then we can finish him off with my dagger attack right now. Get wrecked. I'm currently working on this build. It's an assassin build. It does really high damage. Now, before you turn around this particular corner, take a look down this path here, because we can actually find something rather interesting. Right down the bottom there's a dead body. You can actually loot that body, but the only thing is that you end up having to take damage after you've looted him, because the drop down there is so high. Sometimes you get good stuff, sometimes you don't, so you know, just bear that in mind before you decide to drop down the side of the mountain. And by the way, guys, this spiral thing, this metal spiral thing that goes all the way to the top, you can actually climb on that. I'll show you towards the end of the video or something. But you can climb up the mountain using that spiral, and it's actually quite a good method of killing the enemy up here. You can see the enemy. He's actually, you can see the rusty sword is like King Arthur resting in that stone there. The enemy is hidden like a pile of rocks where that plant is. So if you have any traps, guys, I recommend just setting them up right now. We're going to whip out our traps, put one here, you know, just in case as a backup. These are always good. So just put your iron spikes inside, and that's basically how you set up a trap. And then we're going to activate another one just here. You can just put them all down in a line here, and then just run back down the mountain, and the enemy won't be able to attack you. Another thing I recommend, guys, is if you are going to have trouble with this, just set up a tent and go to sleep like so, and then you can just refill your health repeatedly if you're struggling with this fight. Now before you fight, I recommend having some tea and also eating some food, which is going to help increase your healing during the fight. You want to have everything sort of ticking over as you battle this guy. And then I'm going to drop my bag on the floor just here, and we're going to head up here. I'm going to reload my pistol right now. We should be able to kill this guy pretty easily, to be honest, on this character. But if you have any trouble, check out my build guide for archery down below in the description, because it's a very fast way of destroying him. So we're going to wake him up right here. Here he is. He's pretty annoying to kill. If you guys can get him to walk off the ledge, it is actually quite easy to trap him down here, and then you can shoot him from up here with a bow or whatnot. But I'm going to try and guide him past these traps right now to demonstrate them. So let's get him to follow us. I'm also going to drop my bag here as well. Come on, mister. Follow me over these traps. So you see that does a little bit of damage there, but you need a lot more of them to actually, truly affect him. So I recommend using this rock if you're using range, just to keep him at a distance. Let's lock onto him here. Fire our infused pistol, and then I'm going to swap over to my dagger so I can finish him off here. Oh man. Right, let's try that again. Swap over to my pistol. Q. Oh god, that was a bad time to reload. I thought I had ammo, and I've almost killed myself now. Great. There we go. He's almost down, guys. And he actually bled to death there. Okay, so once he's dead, take all of his stuff. And then we can finally activate this strange rusty sword. There we go. You can actually do it, without even killing him. But obviously if you kill him, it's easier to pick up. So here, guys, we have the Strange Rusty Sword. A damage of 20, which is really not very much for a sword. An impact of 17, again, not amazing. An attack speed of 1. Let me just show you its attack speed. You can see it's okay. It's nothing amazing or special. It only has a damage of 20. Even at the start of the game, it's like not even the best weapon to pick up. But the commander said to make this sword fit for a king. So we can actually do something to it, and it's kind of hinted at, but the items we need to make this happen are scattered all across the world. Firstly, we're going to find one in the city of Cirzo, which we can buy from the local blacksmith. Then we're going to find one in the desert city of Levant, and then the final one we're going to find in the swampy marshes city of Monsoon. So now I'm going to show you where to get the required ingredients you need to craft this weapon and make it epic. And also, guys, goddamn, look at that view. You can see Cirzo's lighthouse from here. Look at that view. It's amazing. Amazing. So to get the next piece, we're going to go from the city of Cirzo all the way to the city of Monsoon, which we need to go past the Conflux Mountain, which is this giant ass mountain in the center of the first starter map. And then we're going to go to this arrow, which leads to the Hallowed Marsh. You'll need 5 rations to make that journey. And you also need some equipment, because it's quite a long journey through that area to the next place I'm going to be taking you guys. So this is the Hallowed Marsh map, guys. You're going to enter from this arrow here on the bottom left once you leave Cherasonce. And you're going to follow the Pilgrim's Path, which are these little beacons here, all the way through the marsh, just avoiding the water because it's poisonous. These icons here, called the Pilgrim's Path, are represented by these pillars. So just follow these pillars and you'll see a giant beacon of light. Even at daytime, you can see this giant beacon to the north. So as soon as you enter this map, you'll see this beacon. Just keep on heading towards it, following the path lit by these shrines here. And you'll eventually get to the Vigil Pylon, and you can see the Vigil Pylon over there, and there'll be like a dock near it. And at this dock, you'll find some people here, and they will basically just take you to Monsoon, which is the city out in the poison marsh and you need a boat to get there because otherwise you'll just die. And here we are, guys, in this beautiful, rather strange city of Monsoon. I'm sorry it's nighttime right now. Okay, now it's daytime, and right ahead of us as soon as you enter the city, you're going to find the alchemist shop. Now,
is there something you need?
This alchemist is going to sell us, if you scroll down to the bottom, is it? No, it's not the bottom. Here it is. The Mage's Poking Stick. Now, you might think this is a really strange item, and, you know, it's not really very good compared to the other options available, but it has a damage of 13, impact of 37. The mage who uses this stick favored magic that manipulated fire, shadow, and time. And we actually need this to craft the weapon brand. So we're going to buy that for 375 gold. God damn. There you go, sir. Thank you very much. Now we can leave this place now. Now, guys, I recommend coming back to this area of the map with the Conflux Mountain where you start the game. Exit back from the Hallowed Marsh, and this time we're going to go to the bottom right of the map to the Enmerker Forest. So once you get to the Enmerker Forest, your map will look like this, and then you're going to come on the top left where this arrow is here on the map, and you're going to come all the way across past the abandoned docks to the city of Berg, located here, because that's where we need to get the next item. So you can see the docks just there. And if we turn around, this is the city of Berg. It's one of the best places in the game to get yourself equipped with lots of gear, especially early on. So make sure you come here and head inside. Once you're inside, we're going to head over to the blacksmith, who is located on the top right here, up here. And you'll find them smithing.
Hey there!
Browse their shop. And what we're going to find is the blacksmith's vintage hammer. It only does 16 damage and it has an impact of 35. It says the smith wanted to refine, strengthen and sharpen all weapons in the armory, so they made this hammer. We're going to buy that for 300 silver, a very overpriced item for what it is unless you know what it's for. So once we've got that, so the third and final component we need can be found east of the city of Berg. We need to come to the Aberissa Desert, which is just here on the arrow. It's a really short trip, and it's the last thing we need to complete this weapon. So let's head over. And before you venture onto the desert, guys, make sure you have enough water with you to make this journey, because you're going to get quite overheated when you are in the desert. So here we go. We need 4 travel rations to make this trip. Let's go. So after you left the forest, you'll find this is the Aberissa Desert map. You'll come in from the bottom left-hand side here, and you're going to have to make your way across the desert to the city of Levant. As you can see, this is the desert. This city literally stands out on top of a rock like a sore thumb, so it's really not hard to find. I don't know why my lantern's on. Let's put that out, and then we can head inside the city, and I'll show you the last item we need to craft this epic blade, guys. We're almost there now. My god, it's been such a journey to craft this unique weapon. Here we are in the city. Once you come inside, you're going to want to go right and straight on. We need to find the city alchemist. I think he's just over here, I think. Hello there.
How can I help you? This is troubling.
Okay, so if we look through here, he should have... Here we go. Chemist's broken flask. Only the chemist knew how to mix poison, sundust, and demon bloods. So it's 700 silver, which is the last but most expensive thing we need to buy to finally craft this weapon, and I'm doing this for you guys. I'll make an updated how to make money video at some point if you guys want to rapidly make money, because it's going to take you a while to actually get some of these things. So firstly, we must use the blacksmith's vintage hammer, and then the mage's poking staff, and then we need the chemist's broken flask, and finally the strange rusted sword. All these ingredients together will craft the secret legendary item, Brand. And we've also learned the recipe for Brand, even though we can't use it. So this, my friends, oh, look how good that weapon looks. It's the most sparkly thing I've seen. It's definitely one of the coolest and best looking weapons in the whole game, in my opinion. How good is it, though? How good is it? Damage of 18. It's actually worse. It's worse than the rusty sword. Well, don't worry guys, it has 18 damage and 18 frost, so in total it gives it 36 damage, assuming your enemy doesn't have a resistance to frost, and you know, you have to be fighting against a very specific enemy to have that issue, so most of the time you're going to be fine, making it one of the best swords in the game. In terms of damage, it's the second best sword in the game. The Tuscar sword is in fact better, because the Tuscar sword does a damage of 54 and has a higher impact, I believe, making Brand the second best weapon in the game, but potentially the best, because frost damage obviously ignores your enemy's armor completely. The only downside is it has less impact, but it's still a very cool weapon, and it's definitely like one of the best looking weapons in the game in my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to find it, but now let's see it in action. As you can see, that it's so good. The attack speed on it and the frost damage just ignores these bandits' armor. And to be honest with you, there's nothing they could have done against that. They got absolutely wrecked, my friends. Absolutely wrecked. He's already been frosted. And as you can see, look at that damage it does. And it hits... You know, the sweep is large enough that you can hit a few people at once, which is always nice. Sometimes I don't like locking in on this game because it's just super annoying. Come on, attack me. Probably could have finished him off with another hit then, but he's annoyingly trying to block everything I do. There we go. Now he's dead. It's time to unleash some havoc on the local bandit camp, guys. Get wrecked, son. As you can see, it just completely ignores his armor. He doesn't stand a ghost of a chance against 36 damage and 1 attack speed. Very quick weapon indeed. Definitely one of the better one-handed weapons in the game to use. You will not be disappointed. I don't think so, sir. Well, he's trying to block me and his friend's behind me, which is really annoying. There we go, he got past. Oh, he's still alive, goddamn. Come on then, mate. There we go. Please stop blocking me. There we go. Get wrecked. His spear went flying into the sky. I think we've killed everyone. No, there's 2 more bandits down there. We better go and kill those guys as well. God damn. Hello there, chicken. Get wrecked, son. Boom. I am also working on my assassin build as well, so I will show you that as soon as we've finished this video. I will be working on it. What is that blur? I think I've broken the game because my build's just too powerful, guys. Now, to demonstrate the power of this weapon, I wanted to go up against an ethereal enemy because they're actually resistant to physical damage, or at least highly resistant to it. So basically, your attacks are going to do nothing to them. So let's try attacking this guy and seeing how we do. Oh. Get wrecked, son. You see, once you stagger them, it's just like easy. So there you have it, guys. That is one of the better swords in the entire game. One of the good one-handed weapons as well. I think, to be honest, though, it's not amazing because you have to go to every single city and spend in total 1,375 gold you need to spend to get this weapon. Obviously, it's quite easy as long as you have 1,375 gold, but under the circumstances, it's not really that impressive considering you have to spend so much money. It's just a trophy sword, really, is what it is. And I hope you guys enjoyed this weapon in finding the secret sword brand, and I hope you'll go and get it for yourself. And guys, if you really enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe and check out the playlist in the description for all my other Outward video guides. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day, and goodbye.